The path to freedom, letting go. In the heart of Buddhist teachings lies a profound truth. True freedom comes from letting go. This concept is deeply rooted in the understanding that clinging to impermanent things only leads to suffering. This is not a passive resignation, but an active embrace of life's ever-changing nature. It means accepting the transient beauty of a blossoming flower, knowing it will eventually wither, and finding peace in that cycle. By releasing our attachments to things, ideas, and even ourselves, we open to a deeper experience of peace and joy. This act of letting go allows us to live more fully in the present moment, unburdened by the weight of past regrets or future anxieties. This journey of letting go is not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. It requires courage and persistence, much like a mountain climber reaching the summit after a long and arduous ascent. Buddhism offers a path to navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and compassion. The teachings guide us to understand the nature of our attachments and provide tools to gently release them. It teaches us to see clearly the nature of our suffering and to cultivate practices that lead to liberation. Through mindfulness and meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting entangled in them. At the heart of this liberation lies the practice of letting go. It is a continuous process, a daily practice of releasing what no longer serves us and embracing the present with an open heart. Letting go is not about becoming indifferent or detached from the world. Instead, it is about engaging with life fully, with a sense of openness and curiosity. It's about engaging with life fully, with open hands and an open heart. This openness allows us to experience the richness of life without being weighed down by unnecessary burdens. It's about finding peace within ourselves, even amidst the inevitable storms of life. By letting go, we cultivate an inner calm that remains steady regardless of external circumstances. This essay explores the Buddhist understanding of letting go, its benefits, and practical steps to cultivate this liberating practice in our daily lives. It invites us to reflect on our own attachments and consider how we might begin to release them. It's an invitation to embark on a journey of inner transformation, leading to the true freedom and happiness. By embracing the practice of letting go, we open ourselves to a life of greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. The root of suffering, clinging to the fleeting. We humans naturally crave happiness and fulfillment. It's in our nature to seek joy and contentment in our lives. We seek it in relationships, possessions, achievements, and experiences. These moments bring us joy and a sense of accomplishment. But often our pursuit of happiness becomes a source of suffering. Why? Because we cling. We hold on tightly to these moments, fearing their loss. Buddhism teaches that the root of suffering lies in attachment. This attachment binds us to a cycle of desire and disappointment. We cling to things we find pleasurable, wanting them to last forever. We wish to freeze these moments in time, to make them eternal. We push away things we find unpleasant, wishing they never existed. We try to avoid discomfort and pain at all costs. This constant grasping and resisting creates tension and dissatisfaction within us. Attachment takes many forms, and it infiltrates every aspect of our lives. We can be attached to material possessions, opinions, beliefs, routines, and even our own identities. These attachments shape our reality and our sense of self. We invest these things with a sense of permanence and solidity. We believe they define us and give our lives meaning. We invest these things with a sense of permanence and solidity. However, the reality is that everything is constantly changing. Seasons change, flowers bloom and wilt, and life moves on. When we cling to things that are inherently impermanent, we set ourselves up for disappointment and suffering. The natural flow of life is one of change and transformation. The tighter we hold on, the more painful it becomes when change inevitably comes. Letting go can be difficult, but it is the path to true peace and freedom. Impermanence, the nature of reality. At the heart of Buddhist teachings lies the understanding of impermanence, or anicca. Everything in the universe is in a constant state of flux. Nothing remains the same, not even for a single moment. Our bodies, our thoughts, our feelings, and the world around us are all subject to change. Recognizing impermanence is not about becoming pessimistic or nihilistic. Instead, it's about seeing reality clearly. It's about understanding that clinging to fixed ideas and expectations creates suffering. When we acknowledge the impermanent nature of all things, we can begin to relate to life with more wisdom and compassion. Impermanence is not something to fear, but rather an opportunity to embrace the present moment fully. Knowing that everything is temporary allows us to appreciate the beauty and preciousness of each experience more deeply. It also encourages us to let go of our attachments and find true freedom. Cultivating non-attachment, a threefold path. Non-attachment, or viraha, doesn't mean we should renounce the world or live a life devoid of pleasure. Instead, it invites us to engage with the world in a more balanced and harmonious way. It's about shifting our relationship to experience, understanding that everything is transient and ever-changing. It's about learning to engage with life fully without clinging to outcomes. This means embracing each moment as it comes, without trying to control or manipulate it. Here are 3 practical steps to cultivate non-attachment in our daily lives. First, observe thoughts and feelings. This is the foundation of non-attachment. The first step is to develop awareness of our thoughts and feelings. By becoming more aware, we can start to see the patterns in our thinking and emotional responses. Notice how often you cling to pleasant sensations, wanting them to last, or push away unpleasant ones, wishing they'd disappear. This awareness is crucial for understanding our attachments. Simply observe these patterns without judgment. Second, practice non-judgmental awareness. This means accepting your thoughts and feelings as they are, without labeling them as good or bad. Cultivate a sense of spaciousness around your thoughts and feelings. Imagine them as clouds passing through the sky of your mind. Recognize that you are not your thoughts or emotions. You are the observer, the awareness that holds them. This perspective can bring a profound sense of peace and freedom. You are the observer, the awareness that holds them. Practice observing them with kindness and curiosity, without labeling them as good or bad. This gentle observation can transform your relationship with your inner world. Practice observing them with kindness and curiosity, without labeling them as good or bad. This gentle observation can transform your relationship with your inner world. Third, let go of expectations. This is perhaps the most challenging step, but also the most liberating. Attachment often stems from expectations. We become attached to a particular outcome, and when things don't go as planned, we suffer. By letting go of these expectations, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. We become attached to a particular outcome, and when things don't go as planned, we suffer. Practice letting go of expectations and embrace the unknown. This doesn't mean we shouldn't have goals or aspirations, but rather that we should hold them lightly. Practice letting go of expectations and embrace the unknown. Approach each moment with an open heart and a willingness to accept whatever arises. This openness can lead to a deeper sense of connection and joy. Approach each moment with an open heart and a willingness to accept whatever arises. By doing so, we can cultivate a sense of peace and equanimity, no matter what life brings our way.